came with hope. So we took him. 'Cause in order to keep order, hope can't live here. Only fear will suffice. Welcome to Violet.
So here you are neck deep in your own series, and then out of the blue, your friend comes to you and is like, I want you to be the artist for my series. Now, it sounds like an interesting thing to do, but as you progress through it, you start feeling things, both good and bad. So before you jump into your friend's work and just, go all in on it, I want to talk about those feelings. Right now, I'm coloring a new Pencil Man page while we chat. If you don't know, Pencil Man is my friend's main character for Tanner's Tales Entertainment. That is his company. It's a fun, all-age superhero story about a boy who gets poked with a radioactive pencil and turns into a human pencil hybrid. I'm working on book 3 right now, and we're hoping to release it next month. I'm really excited, to be quite honest. This has been a challenging book, to say the least. Even though superhero comics aren't usually my thing, I can see the strong brand and the potential in the character. That belief is honestly one of the reasons I don't mind working on it. And there are several positives that come with being the artist on someone else's project. One thing I really like is not having to worry about coming up with ideas all the time. There's something nice about just turning off your brain and drawing what's already scripted for you. Instead of staring at a blank page, fighting art block, you're still making progress. Honestly, that part feels like a relief sometimes. Then there's the feeling when their book starts to get attention. Your artwork is usually the first thing that grabs people. At conventions, hearing the art looks really good hits different when it's someone else's character. And of course, there's the financial side. The money. Usually your friend will pay you something for your time. It might not be full industry rates because of, friendship, but it helps. You also get to add the finished book to your portfolio and sell it yourself. That's a real plus. But it really depends on having a fair and trustworthy friend. In my case, my friend trusts my design choices and listens when I have story suggestions. Because of that, I don't want to put out anything that feels half done. I push myself to make his book look as good as possible. But here's where it gets complicated. Sometimes you and your friend just aren't aligned creatively. When that happens, it can create real tension. I learned this the hard way with a previous project called Deadlock. I had built the characters and the core concept, but I let my friend take over the writing because I wasn't confident in my own storytelling. Over time, the story started drifting away from what I originally imagined, so I started slacking on the art. He saw me as lazy. I saw him as stubborn and overreaching. That small rift eventually ended the collaboration. Creative disagreements like that can really damage a friendship. Another thing that is tough is credit and attention. Even when your art is strong, people usually associate the series with your friend, the creator. They're the ones who get most of the excitement, the opportunity, the spotlight. You can be truly happy for them, but there's almost always a little voice in the back of your head saying,
Ah! It should have been me, not him!
that quiet envy is something I didn't expect when I started. But, it happens. But I have to say, honestly, my biggest struggle is it takes away from my own projects. I already work a 9 to 5, sometimes even more. When I finally get free time, all I want to do is work on my own series and my YouTube channel. There are days when just thinking about Pencil Man makes me not want to draw it at all. It's a weird mix of guilt and frustration. I made a promise, but my own worlds are calling me. I want to work on my stuff. Now, I've been trying to figure out a way to handle that feeling. One thing that helps is making sure I still always carve out some time for my own stuff. Even if it's just a few pages of my manga or some promo art, I need to be able to look at something and say, this is mine. Another trick I use is knocking out thumbnails really quick. Since I scan them in and finish everything digitally anyway, I can do a bunch of them in one focus session. Once the page has something on it, I'm way more likely to actually finish it. And when it all starts feeling too overwhelming, I force myself to step away. Go outside, exercise, do something completely unrelated. You have to protect your mental space, especially when you're juggling multiple projects in regular life. And sometimes I remind myself why I agreed to this in the first place. At first I turned down Pencil Man, but then I saw the vision, the cosplay, the kids stopping my friend for photos, the potential reach. Now my own series Inlock is important to me, but it doesn't have that mass appeal yet. So part of me saw this as a way to ride the wave and get my name out there too. I've even told my friend that. What? And while he understands, I don't think he loves hearing that. Still, that bigger reason helps me push through the rough days. At the end of the day, I do enjoy working on Pencil Man. My friend gives me a lot of creative freedom, and it's been a good stretching of my skills on something different. Now, book 3 is coming very soon, hopefully by the end of August. So if you're interested in the Pencil Man series and getting caught up, go to www.tannerstalesentertainment.com and get issue 1 and 2. Also, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Have you had this experience yet? Have you had your friend come to you and ask you to work on their project? And tell me your thoughts. Until next time, continue creating and continue valuing yourself. Talk to you later.